All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. This is the kickoff for our Topper Career Talks for the fall 2021 season. So just a reminder, Topper Career Talks is brought to you by St. Edward's University's Alumni Association, as well as the Career and Professional Development Office. My name is Jason De La Rosa. I'm the Director of Career and Professional Development, and I'm joined here by all of our wonderful colleagues in the Office of Advancement, as well as the Career and Professional Development team. So before we get started, we just want to go through a few housekeeping items just to make sure everybody's squared away and on the same page, right? So first things first, please note that everyone in the room is muted right now. So if you have any questions that you want to submit, please go ahead and use the Zoom chat feature, and we'll be monitoring the chat as things go forward. In order to have the best view of the panelists, we might recommend changing your Zoom settings from gallery to speaker view. And so I think a lot of us are familiar with Zoom at this point, but in case you're not, the feature is located at the top right of your screen. It's going to see either gallery or speaker view. So you would want to change to that speaker view. Cool. So tonight we're really going to be talking about how to optimize your resources with career and professional development. So that URL that you see there is where you can access all of our great stuff that Tori Carrillo is going to be going over with you later tonight. But, you know, there's the obvious things that we offer in the career office. So resume reviews, LinkedIn reviews, cover letter, interview prep. We have a number of job and internship listings and other opportunities in Hilltop Careers. You're going to know it as Handshake. And so we're actually looking to update that language on our website. So when you see Hilltop Careers or Handshake, know that they're one and the same thing. And there's going to be a number of opportunities and search resources that we're going to cover as well on our website. If you ever get stuck and you don't really know how to reach us, you can always email us at scucareer@stedwards.edu. You can call us. We are here answering the phone. If we don't answer that phone right away, we will go ahead and give you a call back. One thing we ask is that sometimes you might call and you might get one of our student career educators who are our student staff employees. They don't always have all the right answers right away, but they will get them to you, or one of us will jump on that phone with you. But we would encourage you to also visit our career page. And that's one of the things Tori is going to walk us through, right? So as you all know, at this point in time, Hilltopper alumni have access to our services through CAPD, Career and Professional Development for life. So once a Hilltopper and you've graduated from here, always a Hilltopper who has access to our services. So tonight, you're going to hear from Tori to learn about how to maximize your resources, update your resume and LinkedIn page, use our exclusive job and internship database, and more. We're going to provide a brief overview of our resources, and then we're actually going to go into some quick breakout rooms with the career coaches to see what we can do for you right now. Before we turn it over to Tori, I would like the rest of the career coaching team to just introduce themselves. And so I'm just going to call on them. That way we keep things organized and we'll move from there. So we're going to kick things off with Mary.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mary, and I'm a career coach here at St. Ed's.
All right, let's toss it over to Brett.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining this evening. Brett McKinney, also a member of your career coach team.
And Ashley.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ashley Walton, one of the career coaches in the office as well. Here to help you. Thank you.
And now I'm going to stop talking and turn it over to Tori to introduce herself and then walk us through the remainder of the things until we get to the breakout rooms.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tori. I'm going to share my screen so that we can go over the website here together, but I am also a career coach here at St. Edward's. So hopefully we can kind of guide you some of these resources today. Feel free to put questions in the chat. We are going to have some time, like Jason was saying, to do the questions here at the end as well. So let's go ahead and get started together. So can everybody see my screen okay? Jason, everybody good? Perfect. So this is our landing page for our career and professional development site. This should be the first place that you are starting whenever you have questions or see what kind of resources you might want to utilize from our office as an alum. And so when you land on this page, there's tons of great resources already here for you. One of the main ones that we are going to probably talk about today that doesn't require any additional registration steps or anything else is going to be this personal statement resume drop off. And then we also have a handy link to Handshake as well. So as Jason was mentioning, this is also going to be noted as Hilltopper Careers and some of the pages we'll be looking at as well. We do have a great link to upcoming events. So you can always kind of keep track of the different things that our office is doing, as well as we have this scroll page for any relevant information that might be useful for you. So when we get started today, the first thing I want to point out to you is this career communities link up at the top. We have some different career communities specifically for undergraduates and also for our alums. And so I want to point out to you the affinity communities that we have. Just because the school information might not be as relevant to you, you are welcome to utilize it and check it out. But we're going to kind of start with our affinity communities. We've created these great pages around different identities that you might be bringing into your workplace with you that maybe you don't know how to potentially find allies in, or different ways to communicate or address some of these different issues that we're finding in a professional workplace. And so you can definitely come here to check out some different resources. So I'm going to kind of go into the LGBTQIA+ one that we have to show you kind of what you can expect to find on these pages. We do try to keep them as updated as possible. We check on them weekly to try to update these resources. But when you go into these affinity pages, you're going to land on local resources if you still happen to be in the Austin area. You're going to land on some national organizations. So for those of you that maybe have moved away but want to still take advantage, we definitely try to put some resources on here for you as well. Some conferences that might be something that you want to check out, as well as even articles, blogs, and resources specific to the specific community of identities, podcasts, and job search databases as well. We do also feature articles and other employers towards the bottom. So make sure to check out the entire page. Again, we are updating these pretty frequently. So even if you've gone and checked it out once, feel free to stop by and check it out as many times as you would like. So going back to the regular homepage as well, the other tab that's going to be really useful for you is going to be the resources. This is something that we introduce all of our students to that are undergraduates, and something that is really useful for our alumni that we meet with as well. If you are trying to figure out some great resources for resume writing and updating or cover letters, we have all of these resources here to kind of get you started. So let's say you don't have time to actually schedule a meeting with us, that's perfectly fine. Maybe start here, and then we'll talk about our resume drop-off tool that you could utilize. And that can at least get the ball rolling for you, so you don't feel like you have to actually take time out of your already busy schedule to sit down for a 30-minute or a 1-hour meeting with us. So feel free to utilize these resources. We do also have some really great links to some occupational outlook web pages as well. So these are really great resources if you're considering a career change any way down the road. If you're wanting to look to see what potential careers are growing that are going to be, in a good state of positive growth as you continue on your career path, you can definitely go to these resources and start kind of exploring and searching around before you meet with us as well. We do have 5 pages of resources, so feel free to make sure to look at all of the pages when you are looking for these. My favorite is honestly the cover letter resource. It's a great place to start, and it kind of eases some fears around some cover letters and what things we might be doing. So then back to our handy dandy landing page. We have 2 really great options for quick ways to get to the resources that you're really going to need and utilize the most. So we do have right under people we serve. We do include all of you because you are welcome to our services. So please feel free to click right there, or you can just click right here at alumni. It's going to take you to the same landing page, whichever one is most convenient for you. So this is going to be a really great starting point for you. Our landing page, the front page, is something that once you kind of get a little bit more familiar with what you need from us, might take you there quicker. But as you get started with our services, we really want you to dive into this alumni community page. This really kind of gives you all of the resources you're going to need in order to create those alumni accounts to be most successful with our services. So we do have some virtual services that I was mentioning beforehand. Let's say you went on there, you want to update your resume, you're considering applying to some new jobs. Well, use the resources. Maybe you can't make a meeting. Let's go ahead and do a document drop off. Some of you might have used this when you were actually students here at St. Edward's, It's something that we really love to utilize for everybody. It allows us to kind of look at a document in depth. But all you have to do is just have your document ready and click on this lovely little link. It's going to take you to a form. Can everybody see the form? I'm going to make sure. Perfect. So it's going to take you to this form. You're going to fill out all of your information. You just need your personal email address. So whatever email address you're going to check, that's where we're going to send the feedback to. So just make sure you don't have to feel pressure to try to remember what your SEU email address is for this. And then at the bottom, we do have a space for some additional comments. We do like to ask that if you are going to attach a resume for a specific job posting or a cover letter or anything that is specific to a certain program, even a personal statement, if you're applying to graduate programs or professional programs, put that information in this additional comment. You can even leave links for us so that we can make sure that we are providing feedback that is timely and accurate based on the information that you've provided to us. We do take about 3 to 5 days to get this document back to you. Again, we email it back to you, typically in a Word document with our feedback in the track changes comments area. So if you can provide the Word document, that is the best way to do that here. But you can just drag and drop that file once you're ready, submit it, 3 to 5 business days, you get an email from us. So it's a really quick and easy tool to use. So you can also see here that we have Handshake, but we also have Hilltop Careers for Alumni. So this is where Jason was mentioning we are trying to put our language back together a little bit to make it more convenient for everybody. But Hilltop Careers and Handshake is the same thing. Handshake is our platform that provides different job searches, internship searches, kind of like a job search tool, while also being the system that we utilize to make our appointments. So if you are interested in making an appointment with us, you are going to need to create an alumni account. So even if you had used Handshake in the past as a student, this is going to be a new Handshake for you in a sense, not necessarily a new interface, but you're going to have to go in and create a new account for us. This also helps because we can actually allow you to utilize your new personal email. So we're not trying to email a dead email through St. Edward's. So just make sure that you're utilizing the email that you most currently check. What you're going to do is you're going to actually click here and it's going to take you to a PDF with instructions on specifically how to create that alumni Handshake registration process of account. So if you click on this link right here, it's going to take you to a page that's going to look like this. It's going to say, let's find your next job. It is going to ask for a .edu email address. You just need to put your personal email address here. Jason, can you see this okay? No.
It's still on. Did you switch screens?
Yes.
It
perfect.
didn't
Okay.
it didn't switch. Yeah.
That's what I was wondering if it was going to do. Here, let me stop the share and share the other screen. It's kind of the same problem you were having, Jason, where it wasn't giving you the screen option, just the, yeah, perfect. So it's going to take you, as soon as you click that instruction packet and you go to the PDF, click on the link, it's going to take you here to the next, let's find your next job. It's going to ask you to create that alumni account. It's going to ask you for a .edu email address. Just put a regular email address. It does not have to be a .edu email address. I know that's confusing. Just put the one that you want us to email you at. So I'm going to go in here, put my email address. I'm going to click next. You're going to put the school that you're affiliated with. So we're going to do St. Edward's. You're going to go to next, and then it's going to ask you to create that password and it'll create the account for you. So pretty straightforward, pretty easy. If you get stuck at any of these steps or are having any issues, you can always reach out to that SEU Careers email address as well. And we can definitely help you out with any troubleshooting. Let me bring us back to our page. We have just a couple more resources to share with you. All right, and we're back. So back to the Hilltop Careers for Alumni. Again, if you're having any questions about accessing, we do have our email address posted right here. So you can feel free, just hop back onto this page if you're having any issues. So once you create that Hilltop Careers for Alumni account, you can start to schedule an appointment with us. You can start to job search. You can start to utilize that tool just as you would have whenever you were an undergraduate if you had familiarity with using that tool. If you're not really sure how to use that, hop on there and make an appointment with us, and we can definitely guide you through that process as well. We do also on that resources page have resources that can also kind of guide you through that. So feel free to check that out again if you do not have time to specifically dedicate to a meeting. We also really want to encourage you to engage with the Alumni Association. This is a great networking opportunity and a great way to stay connected to the SEU network and the university. So please consider getting involved and staying involved. Last but not least, we do have a software called Big Interview that we utilize. This is something that is a really great tool as more and more companies are transitioning to online or virtual interviews. So some of you may have had experience with this through some of the careers that you're currently doing, but more and more people are asking you to either record interview answers or do some kind of virtual interview option. And so if you're not really sure what that looks like, you have multiple options with our center. You can go ahead and schedule a meeting with us to practice interviewing one-on-one, or you can utilize this Big Interview tool as well. We do just ask that you go to a form. It's going to take you to the Alumni Access Request form. We just again ask that you fill this all out. You're going to get a code back from us. Once you receive that code, you're going to go and click here to set up your Big Interview account. And so once you get the code, you're going to enter it here and then enter in your information to finish creating your account. There's also a resource on our resource page for Big Interview as well. If you're a little bit unsure how to navigate that or kind of want a little bit more information as you kind of start in that process, please feel free to utilize that resource or again, reach out to us via email. Last but not least, we do even have a collection of our Topper Career Talks videos right down here for your viewing pleasure. So please feel free to check those out if you have the time. We are recording this one today as well. And then we do also have some of those blog posts again down here for you. So do just come onto our page, feel free to check it out. Again, most of our resources are here and available for you. This is going to be really the best place to kind of get started, and then we can manage appointments or any other potential needs you have after that. But I'm going to hand it over to Denise as well. She's going to take us to the next step of tonight's program.
Thanks, Tori. As Jason mentioned, we're going to go into breakout rooms and see what our wonderful career counselors might be able to help you with tonight. So give me a little patience and I'll get everybody put into some rooms, okay? Just 1 second.
Everybody's in the process of rolling back into the main room, so we'll get going in just a few more moments. Or Denise, does it look like everybody's back in? All right, so thanks so much for joining us. We are going to turn it over to Marissa Moses to talk to us a little bit more about connecting with the Alumni Association. Take it away, Marissa.
Thank you, Jason. I just want to remind everyone that the Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to the Hilltop. So take a moment and follow us on our social media sites so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. And also make sure your contact information is up to date so that you can keep receiving emails for events just like this one. So next slide, please, Jason. So October is a really exciting month for the Alumni Association. The first weekend in October, we have the SEU night at Austin FC, and we still have just a few tickets left, so be sure to get them real quick right after this. We also have 3 more virtual events coming up. I really recommend the Topper Trivia Night. It's really a lot of fun. So please feel free to reach out to us at SEUalumni@stedwards.edu for any questions that you have. And if you'll go to the next slide, Jason. And so one other way that you can stay involved with the Hilltop is to support current students by giving to the Alumni Association Endowed Scholarship. This is an important way that you can help offer the gift of a Holy Cross education to further generations. So if you'd like to give, please visit our bit.ly, we have it right there, with SEU AA scholarship. And once again, I just want to thank our campus partners, the Career and Professional Development team, for their presentation and lifelong services for you, our alumni. So have a great rest of your evening.